What's up guys, MrBayeasy here, and today we're going to be talking about the Halo Championship Series and what a championship series it was. Okay, first of all, the whole weekend was fantastic, but we're specifically going to zero in on Championship Sunday and the finals, okay guys, not the grand finals, but these last three matches against these other teams. So first off, we're going to go to the final round here, or the secondary to final round, CLG versus Evil Geniuses. Now, they did put up a good fight, CLG did put up a decent fight, but Evil Geniuses was able to win against them by a wide margin. So, knocking CLG into the losers bracket finals. Okay, that's pretty much all I want to say on that part, because that in and of itself wasn't that interesting. Evil Geniuses playing absolutely fantastic Halo this weekend, so no surprise that they were doing this well. So anyway, moving on to the losers bracket finals, CLG versus Noble Black, and guys, this is what made Championship Sunday for me. Okay, it wasn't the grand final match or anything. This is what made the Championship Sunday for me. These matches really epitomize kind of everything that I remember old school Halo competitive being, kind of what I believe Halo competitive should be and should stay being. Only time will tell if it stays like that with future future games. But I mean, it is so fantastic to see this level of competition back at Halo. I really hope, once again, all the people that were fans of Optic, that were watching Optic, I really hope that they enjoyed their stay and their watch of competitive Halo and the taste that they had, and continue to stay throughout Championship Sunday, because this match is what Halo is, competitive Halo. Everyone wants to see these kinds of matches. So let's move on to what actually happened. So right off the bat, guys, I was so surprised because Noble Black seemed like they were actually going to edge out a 3-0 sweep against CLG. Okay, it really did seem like that. Now, I'm not going to say that CLG wasn't putting up a good fight, because those first two games that they played, it was 2-0 at the point we're talking about here. Those first two games, CLG was fighting so hard. I mean, these games were neck and neck throughout this whole series, not to mention these first two games. So it was 2-0, and I really did think that Noble Black was about to 3-0 sweep CLG. Now, CLG is able to turn it all around, is ridiculous, the skill of these players, and it really shows how good their teamwork is. They're able to turn it around and bring it to 2-2. Now, again, every single one of these games so far is so close. I mean, like literally within points, and the games go on for a very long time. If you haven't seen it, really intense game. Actually, first of all, let me say this before I continue. If you haven't seen the Championship Sunday, or if you haven't seen any of the Halo Championship Series Season 1, I really recommend, if you're going to watch anything, watch the match between Noble Black and CLG, because really it is so intense. I mean, it really is. The whole time I was literally on the edge of my seat watching these two teams play. So really fantastic play from these two teams. But anyway, the most exciting part for me, guys, is the tiebreaker. It's 2-2 at this point, and it's 2-2 at this point. Team Slayer on Sanctuary. I'm just remembering this, and I'm just like getting all jittery inside, because it was just fantastic. But anyway, 2-2 on Sanctuary, Team Slayer, and these two teams start going at it. The very first match they play, this is the legitimate match. Okay, this is the legitimate Team Slayer. It's around 30-something kills. Almost around, in the middle of 30 kills. Both of the teams tie. Okay, they play 3 more consecutive matches that are tiebreakers, and they tie them all. Okay, all of them are I think it's like a 5-minute timer, and whoever gets the most kills within those 5 minutes wins. But of course, the tension is real, because they actually tie all 3 of these games. You can see the tension in the audience, the emotion, the suspense in the audience. People are going crazy. You can hear them. I mean, the codcasters, the commentators are going nuts. And, you can even see at one point, an older gentleman, I believe is relatives with one of the players, is going nuts. He actually stands up out of his seat holding his head. He's like, oh my God, this is absolutely crazy that these teams have tied it 3 times, well, 4 times total, but 3 times in a row after the main match, okay? And only on the very last time was CLG actually able to edge it out against Noble Black by, I think, 4 kills. It was like 9-5 or something like that. But such an intense match. You could see the joy on CLG's face after that. I mean, and actually in between, Noble Black, Maniac in particular, was actually getting a bit frustrated and was, cursing. I really don't know, well, I'm sure it was frustrating. I can't even say why he was getting that mad, because it definitely was very, very frustrating. I know if I was there, I would be getting pretty mad myself. But anyway, guys, it was really intense. And, you know, I'm happy that CLG was able to make it out. I'm happy that they were able to get into the grand finals and all that. But I'm also happy about Noble Black. I'm actually probably a little more happy for Noble Black, even though they lost, because they really proved something this weekend that, you know, despite everything, despite all the negativity surrounding them, they really kind of strode very, you know, they did very well this weekend. Is, you know, basically the summary here is, you know, they just did fantastic, and it was all thanks to, I guess, you know, just their incredible teamwork, the practice they put into this game, because they actually didn't get into it or get into this championship by any other smaller tournaments that I mentioned in my first discussion. They got here based on HCS Cups. So they, you know, they really fought their way through the entirety of this, you know, from the qualification period to the actual tournament, the tournament itself, fighting all the way through the losers bracket after losing their second match after beating TGN Vibe to Evil Geniuses. You know, they were able to, you know, fight all the way through the losers bracket to make it to third place. And that really speaks volumes about the kind of team they are, and kind of what we can expect from them. So really excited for them. I'm happy for them, even though they did get third place. They did very well this tournament, and they really proved themselves. CLG moving on to the grand finals against Evil Geniuses, and Evil Geniuses once again showing us that redundancy is a great thing, because they actually 3-0 sweep CLG. Evil Geniuses playing crazy Halo, just really great Halo, and it really does remind me of like old school final boss back in Halo 2, or, you know, for a period, Str8 Rippin, you know, and things like that. So really great Halo from everybody there this weekend, even though some of the other teams got knocked out early. Some of the big hitters that people thought were going to do fantastic, like Optic Gaming, Cloud9 was another big one that people thought were going to go really far. I personally was rooting for Cloud9 as well. Basically, the three teams that I really had high hopes for was CLG, Cloud9, and not initially, but once I started watching the tournament, Noble Black really caught my eye, and I was really rooting for them in the end. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Drop down in the comments below. First of all, okay, don't even tell me what you thought about the whole series. First, if you saw the Halo Championship series, tell me what you thought of Noble Black versus CLG, because I said my head was going to explode. That is literally what I said in discussion number 2, and watching that is totally true. It really was. I was dying during that match. So let me know what you guys thought about that. Second of all, let me know what you thought of the whole championship series altogether. Let me know what you think this means for Halo, if you really think that Halo has the potential to bounce back like I truly believe it does, and this is just kind of like the first step. Let me know all those things, guys, but also don't forget to rate the video what you think it deserved. If you'd like to become a Sage in training, make sure you subscribe today. This has been MrBayeasy, your favorite Sage, and as always, guys, I'll see you in the next video.